John Hill, Bill Ewing, and Roger Ruff, now down at Williamsport in Washington County.
Well, thanks very much, Paul, and a very pleasant good evening, everybody. We move into courtside. John Hill along with Bill Ewing and Roger Ruff. Little quickly played JV game tonight as the JVs won tonight 58-27. That runs their record to 6-0 on the season, and Coach Jim Mosley just having a good time here in the early going, as really has just wiped about everybody out except Northern. They had a rough time against Northern, but still a 6-0 record, Bill, and that's good for the feeder system.
Well, John, the JVs are 6-0, the 9th grade's 4-0, the varsity's 4-1. The program is also a 14-1 fast start, and tonight's game is very pivotal because you've got to keep that momentum going. You've got a very tough snowball classic coming up next week. The competition perhaps is as strong as it's ever been for the snowball classic. Promises to be a great tournament. But tonight's pivotal. The Rams need to keep that program momentum going and get ready for next week.
We're about ready to get underway here. The starting lineups will be announced shortly for the Rams. We expect to see Corey Bosley along with Brad Reese, Chris Miller, Evan Lance, and Corey Tressler. Just trying to listen to what the PA guy was saying there. The starting lineups for Williamsport is Tyler Beard, a 5'9 junior, along with David Warrenfeld, a 6'1 senior, Philip Jordan, a 6'3 junior, Ryan Lee, a 6'2 junior, and Corey Broadwater, a big 6 senior underneath. Size-wise, will match up pretty good. Broadwater with a lot more bulk and an inch or two of height on that. Other than that, they'll match up pretty good.
It'll be a good matchup, John. I think one of the key players is going to be Philip Jordan, 6'3" junior. He's very athletic. I remember him last year. He has a lot of skills. And his brother, Ben Jordan, was a player last year, and his brother was also an excellent baseball player who we saw play last year in the Crown All-Star game at Camden Yards, along with Southern's Billy Reams. So Jordan, I think, will probably be one of the tough matchups. I expect Brad Reese to play him. And also this Warrenfeld, I remember from last year, David Warrenfeld, a very heady ball player, very steady, makes good decisions, very good with the basketball.
Well, the Rams come into tonight's game 4-1 on the season. The Wildcats 0-3, but the Wildcats have played some pretty tough competition. However, they did get beat by Hancock.
Well, that was a surprise. They lost to Middletown the other night, Middletown being a 2A school in that very good MVAL league. So you got Middletown, who's pretty good, Winters Mill, who's a new school. The surprise was Hancock, and we haven't seen Hancock yet, so we don't really know their caliber this year. But that was a surprise, John.
Well, we'll be ready for the tip-off shortly. We'll be back in just 2 minutes.
A four-door sedan, and Freestyle, an 8-passenger wagon, both with all-wheel drive, and of course the new Mustang. These are all in our showroom now. Come by and have a look. And last but certainly not least, I'm thankful and proud of our customers, our old customers, our new customers, and customers yet to come. So as the proud owner of Schaefer Ford in Oakland, from all of our dealership family and my personal family, Holly, Bart, and I'd like to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year.
92.3, The Train.
Now we're back at Williamsport High School, about ready for the tip-off as Corey Broadwater, the 6'7 senior, will stand in against Corey Tressler. Tressler goes 6'2", but he's a very quick jumper and a high jumper. Be interesting to see how this one goes. Officials are ready. The ball's in the air. Corey Tressler gets it back to Lance and now to Mosley. He'll work it into the front court against a man-to-man defense from the Wildcats. Mosley on the left wing gets it down in the corner to Lance. Back out it comes to Reese. They swing it over to Tressler. He takes it into the lane. Can't get the shot. Back to Reese on the left wing. Here's Tressler from the top of the key. 3-ball in the air. It's good.
Good start for the Rams. Good offensive execution. They got the shot they wanted. Corey Tressler hit the 3.
Beard comes down. He puts one up from 17 feet. Tyler Beard hits the basket. We have a 3-2 ball game.
Very quick tempo, John. Williamsport got that shot off very quickly. I'm a little surprised at that tempo. It looks like they want to have a faster paced game than I thought they would.
Tressler on the left wing. Works it inside to Reese. Top of the key now. Back to Mosley. Now on the left wing to Corey Tressler. Lobs it inside to Lance. Lance against Broadwater. Comes back out. Shot put up by Reese from about 16 is no good. Rebound pulled down by David Warrenfeld. Warrenfeld brings it into the front court, works it over on the left side, driving down the baseline, putting up the shot is Jordan. He missed it, but he got the rebound, put it back up and in.
Very fluid moves by Philip Jordan. He got the baseline and uncontested layup. He missed it, but got his own rebound, put it up, put it in. The first lead of the game for Williamsport.
4-3, 6:40 to play. Early going here from Williamsport High School. Lance underneath is working against Broadwater, kind of lost control of the ball. Now it comes down to Jordan. Jordan drives baseline again, stops, puts it up to the left hand. It's good. Philip Jordan with 4 quick points.
And John, I think being left-handed, and I know Coach Mosley scouts better than anybody, but you have to realize that Philip Jordan's a left-handed player, and they've given him the baseline to his left hand both times.
Wildcats lead. We're down to 6:11 to play. Here's the ball tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcats. The Rams will get it back on the sideline. Foul line extended on the right side. Evan Lance will inbound. Bounce pass in the corner, goes to Tressler. On the right side, puts the shot up. No good, but he's fouled. Philip Jordan, I believe, went over the back.
And John, Williamsport is playing a very aggressive man-to-man defense. There wasn't a lot of weak side help on the drive by Corey Tressler. He got in the lane and got the shot up, but he'll have a chance to hit those free throws here.
First trip to the foul line for the Rams. With the right hand, Corey puts it up and in. 6-4, with nearly 6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Second shot's in the air. It's good. We have a 1-point ball game at 6-5. Free throw line than we had the other night.
Well, John, if you look at Williamsport, they're very much looking to run.
Warrenfeld works the ball down low to Beard. Beard with a little turnaround jumper is no good, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Foul was called on Chris Miller. That's his first team foul.
And John, Williamsport has only made a few passes in this game because it's pretty much one pass and a shot.
Take that back. I'll take that back. That was on Lance. He got his first early in the game now. Beard, shot is up. It's good. Second one, also good. He has 4 points here in the first quarter. 8-5 now. There's some lights out up here, Bill. We may have to translate that after a while. Mosley takes it down the left lane to the baseline. Can't get the shot off. Back out to Tressler. Tressler in, puts the shot up off the glass. It will not go. He's fouled.
John, we've been spoiled with playing games at Southern High School with how nice everything is, with the scoreboard always operating, with the nice crowds, with the band before the game. It's so much of an event when Southern plays, and tonight it's kind of a sterile atmosphere.
Yes, it is. I'm always amazed at the crowds. 3/4 of this crowd tonight is Southern Ram people. Very few Wildcat fans turn out. Corey Tressler hits the front end of the 2-shot foul, misses the second one, and we have an 8-6 ball game. Corey Tressler with all 6 points for the Rams at this point. Beard on the left wing with it. Bounce pass goes to Broadwater. To Jordan. Jordan with the pass back to Lee. Lee puts the shot up around the rim, won't go. Broadwater got the rebound, went to put it back up. He was fouled, and that will go on Brad Reese. His second team foul.
John, if you remember the game down here last year, Coach Bosley commented that he had never coached a game where the other team shot so many uncontested layups. And one of the reasons for that is Williamsport runs a flex offense, and they run it very effectively. And there's a lot of back picks away from the basketball, and it frees up the cutter. And they do a very good job of finding that cutter for high percentage shots.
Corey Broadwater hits the first, misses the second. We have a 9-6 game with 5:20 to play in the first quarter. Reese on the left wing takes it down to the left corner. Back out it goes to Miller at the foul line. Bounce pass inside. Tressler cuts baseline under the basket. Turnaround jumper is no good, and it's pulled out of the air by Broadwater. Broadwater gets it down to Jordan. Jordan in the lane has it knocked away. Corey Mosley comes up with it. He takes it down the right side all the way down, kicks it over to Reese. Reese with an 18-foot jumper. Good. Brad Reese hits it. That's at 18, probably more like 16, from the left side. Wildcats.
And John, Brad Reese is such a good defender as he steals the ball there and nearly got it back. In fact, Corey Mosley does get it back. But any offense we get from Brad is a plus because he's such a good defender. And whatever he has in the offensive end really helps the scheme of things.
Boy, a lot of action down there as Corey went in for the layup with the left hand. Missed it. The rebound, Tressler had it, was knocked to the floor. The ball came loose. And then finally they came up with a jump ball down there, and that'll be Williamsport possession. 9-8 our score, 4:37 to play here in the first quarter. Inbound pass comes into Beard, the 5'9 junior. Drops the pass over to Philip Jordan. He works against Brett DeWitt in the ball game now. The pass is knocked away by Mosley. Picked up down there by Reese. Reese will take it down the left side. Back to Mosley. Mosley to DeWitt. Over on the right wing it goes to Tressler. Tressler looks down low. Back out to Mosley at the top of the key. Takes it down the left side. Can't get the shot off. Back to Reese. Over the right side now. Corey Tressler. 3 ball in the air. In and out. Would not fall for him. Everything but the basket. Warrenfeld has it. He works against Reese to the top of the key. Comes over on the left side to Lee. Lee bounce pass down low, and all by himself for the layup is Philip Jordan. He has 6.
Excellent back pick and an excellent cut by Philip Jordan. Very quick to the basket.
11-8. Wildcats lead it. Here's Lance. Works the ball left side to Tressler. Tressler looks baseline for DeWitt. Can't get it there, so he goes to Mosley. Mosley with a 17-foot jumper at the foul line is no good. Rebound by Broadwater. Broadwater kicks the pass out to Beard, or makes that Warrenfeld. He brings it down the lane, puts the shot up and in. David Warrenfeld with his first basket. Wildcats lead it 13-8. Just a drive right down the left side of the lane.
But John, a very fast-paced game, and Coach Mosley said in the pregame he didn't know what kind of tempo they were going to play. They're looking to run on every possession.
Corey Mosley takes it down the right side of the lane, charges into Corey Broadwater, and Mosley picks up his first.
John, we have a big discrepancy developing here in the rebounding situation in that Williamsport's got 8 rebounds, Southern 1 so far.
Well, that could have a lot to do with Corey Broadwater, who checks in at 250 pounds, 6'7", against Evan Lance, who's 6'5 and a half, 6'6", but only maybe, 200, 210?
Well, and checking in is Nathan Harris, and I'm sure Nathan's in there to be a little more physical going after those rebounds.
Jordan with the basketball, gets the ball left side to Bickle in the ball game, now to Broadwater. Whistle away from the basket. Foul called against the Wildcats for an illegal pick, or a push, I guess. And Dick, see who got it. They got 55 on the board, but we don't have a 55, so there it is, number 12. Tyler Beard picked it up. 13-8, Wildcats lead it with 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Here's Joey Tressler in the ball game to Mosley. Mosley goes in, 8-foot jumper, good. His first basket of the night. 13-10 now with 2:24 to play. Rams picking him up three-quarter court man-to-man. Brett DeWitt picks up Jordan. Jordan takes it into the lane, puts up the runner with the left hand. Good. He just took control. He has 8 points here in the first quarter.
John, he's a very tough matchup. He has an excellent crossover dribble. He gets in that lane, and he's very effective once he gets in there.
Here is Joey Tressler on the left wing, looking down low, gets it back out to his brother Corey. Over it goes to DeWitt on the right wing now, down in the corner to Mosley. Mosley with a fake. Takes a couple of dribbles. Backs off. takes it into the lane, puts up a nice little pass to Joey Tressler. Tressler has the basket, gives the assist to Corey Mosley. Nice penetration by Corey that time and just kicked it to the left side of the lane. Joey was there. We have a 15-12 ball game. A minute and a half to play in the first quarter. This is Jordan. Playing out front. A little bit of spread formation here, a four-corner type thing.
Well, I'm sure they're doing that, John, to spread the floor to give their players who are excellent drivers the opportunity to have that open lane.
Warrenfeld works against Mosley, brings it down the lane, kicks it over on the right baseline. Over there is Chad Bickle, and Bickle has the basket.
John,
go ahead.
They're certainly not doing it to slow the game down. They're doing it just to spread the floor out. They're wanting to run.
Well, the Rams playing the half-court man-to-man defense, and they're making them match up. Here's the ball on the right side to Mosley on the wing. Back out top of the key to Tressler over to Corey Tressler. Corey had the three-point shot put up. No good. Whistle on the rebound. Foul against the Rams. Somebody went over the top.
We're going to go against Nathan Harris, but it's good hustle by Nathan. He went after those rebounds, and I'm sure, as Roger pointed out, the Ram deficit is very big in rebounding, and Nathan's in there to try to get some of those rebounds. Great effort. He just went over the back to get it.
39 seconds to go. Now the Wildcats will hold for the last shot. Adam Richardson in the ball game. He's a 6'4 senior. Ball goes back out front to Warrenfeld. Now over on the left wing. And back out in the circle with 24 seconds to go. Tyler Beard with the basketball. Takes it to the left side. Bounce pass comes out to Jordan. Jordan down the right side of the lane. Bounce pass on the baseline. Whistle. Oh, we got traveling violation. Goes against Chad Bickle. Rams get it back with 12 seconds to go. They trail 17-12. Rams very quickly. Jimmy high ball into the front court with 8 seconds. Takes it to the baseline. Backs off. Gets it to Corey Tressler. Tressler with 3, 2, 1. Puts up a little short jumper. Rolls it in. Corey Tressler at the buzzer. Gets the Rams back to within 3 at 17-14. We'll be back for the second quarter after this message.
The season of giving is upon us, and at Team One, we want to get into the spirit. Therefore, for every new and used vehicle we sell in the month of December, we will donate $25 to the charity of your choice. That's right, buy a new or used vehicle this month, and we will donate $25 to Hospice, the House of Hope, the Rescue Squad. You decide. Team One, Oakland, Maryland, home of the GM Giant, Chevrolet, Buick, Pontiac, GMC trucks.
Putting quality gas in your tank is smart, and filling up at your local Mobil or BP Amoco gas station is even smarter. Why? Because BP Amoco and Mobil gasoline keeps your engine clean and running smooth. Stop today and fill up with quality BP Amoco and Mobil gasoline distributed by Peters Fuel Corporation, Oakland. And call Peters Fuel Corporation for your next home heating oil fill-up. Quality service, dependability, and free delivery, too. With over 47 years of service, they're a name to trust. Peters Fuel Corporation, Liberty Street, Oakland. Call 334-2509.
92.3, The Train.
Well, the Rams will get the basketball back to start the second quarter. And tonight's game is brought to you in part by Sheriff Dick Sanders of the Garrett County Sheriff's Department, who remind you to be cool, stay in school, and say no to drugs and alcohol. Well, it's 17-14, and the Rams have it. Inbound comes to Mosley. He looks at that man-to-man defense the Wildcats have been in since the beginning. Down it goes to Chris Miller over in the right corner, back out. Now to Reese, back over to Mosley. Mosley looks at the shot, doesn't take it. Back to Reese on the right side of the circle. Back to Mosley on the left side. Chris Miller, baseline. Can't get the shot. Back to Mosley. He'll take it into the lane, kick it out to Tressler. Tressler for 3. Across the rim will not go, and Broadwater pulls down the rebound for the Wildcats. Of course, very quickly it comes to Smith in the ball game. Matt Smith, a 5'10 senior. It over to Broadwater on the left side of the circle. Now comes back near side to Lee. Lee with a bounce pass. Goes over to Bickle. Bickle back to Smith. Smith has a 15-foot jumper. No good. Brad Reese comes down with the rebound. To Mosley. Right corner. Top of the key goes to Lance. Over to left wing, Tressler. Nobody down there. Now he works on Mosley. Mosley turnaround jumper from 8. High off the rim and back in. Corey Mosley. 4 points on the night. Rams within 1, 17-16. 6:50 to go here in the second quarter. This is Warrenfeld. Brings it in to Smith. Smith works around the pick, goes top of the key. Over to the right side it goes. Shot put up over there is around the rim, no good. That was by Warrenfeld. Ball's on the ground, knocked out of bounds. Last touch under there by Chad Bickle, and the Rams get it back.
And John, Coach Basie must have heard Roger Ruff talk about the rebounding differential because the Rams are going after the rebounds with a lot more aggression than they did early on. Great job there by Evan Lance of boxing out Corey Broadwater, who probably has him by 75 or 80 pounds, but a good box out, and enabled Evan to get his hands on that and keep it alive where the Rams could get it.
Lance with the ball, gets it to Miller. They go down low on the baseline. Tressler gets a little short jumper, puts it up, no good. He was fouled, though. He'll shoot two. Chance to tie the game and perhaps give the Rams their first lead of the game.
And very good looks off the offense, both for Corey Tressler and for Corey Mosley. And Corey's not been in a scoring slump, but he hasn't scored at the same rate that a lot of people thought he would. But tonight he's getting those shots and taking advantage of them.
And he made the front end of the two-shot foul. We have a tie game at 17. And misses the next one. It's just a little bit short. So we have a 17 tie. Here's the ball very quickly down court, but tapped out of bounds by Mosley. So that'll slow things up. The Wildcats will have it back near the midcourt line on the far side. Warrenfeld, make that Jordan windbound, gets it down in the corner to Lee. Lee loses control, but gets it back. Now fires it over on the near side. Shot put up by Smith for about 16 is no good. Mosley has the rebound, gets bumped around pretty good. Now he'll take it up court across the timeline. Over to Reese on the left wing. They swing it around top of the key, right side to Tressler. Ball high over his head. He skips it back across to Mosley. Mosley will put a three in the air, missed everything. Chris Miller was down there to get the rebound, but it went out of bounds. And last touch by Miller.
And John, in the first quarter, Coach Basie played 9 players. So I'm sure he's anticipating this game's going to come right down to the end, and he wants to have his starting 5 out there fresh at the end of the game.
Wildcats on the attack. Reese has Warrenfeld. Warrenfeld gets the ball over to Beard. He works against Mosley. Back to Warrenfeld to the top of the key. Now they work it down low to Jordan. Down the baseline to left side. Now back out to Pasco's inside. And a shot put up down around the rim will not go by Warrenfeld. Rebound though by Broadwater, and he gets the pass back out to Jordan. Jordan works against Miller, takes it down to the right corner. Now bounce pass goes in low to Broadwater. Broadwater has the shot against Lance, no good. Gets his own rebound though, puts it back up and in.
And Corey Broadwater just out-muscled Evans for that basketball. Corey, the 6'7", 250-pound senior, missed his shot, and he just powered it up on the putback.
19-17. Here's Reese, top of the key. Looking down low, gets it over in the corner to Mosley. Mosley back out to Reese. To Miller now on the right side. Back to Mosley. Left side to Reese. Down low, here's Lance. Lance tries to get the shot up. Blocked by Broadwater. Jump ball called. It'll be Williamsport basketball. Kind of a low block. The ball wasn't above his chest hardly, and Broadwater had the hand out there.
Well, that's the advantage of Corey Broadwater being 6'7" with those long arms. He really didn't jump very high to block that one, but he was right on the basketball, forcing the jump ball. And on the alternating possession, it goes over to the Wildcats.
Lance is out. Nathan Harris, the 6'3" junior, is back in. He's supposed to 6'4", though, I believe, than what they're listening. Here's the ball comes down to Beard. Beard takes it down baseline, puts a shot up from about 17. It's good. So Tyler Beard with 6 points on the evening.
And last year, if you remember, John, he had a great game against us. He's a very streaky shooter.
21-17, 4:08 to go. Reese on the left wing to Joey Tressler, to Mosley now. Mosley directing traffic out front, gets everybody where he wants them. Ball comes left side to Reese. Reese works it back to Joey Tressler. He'll take it top of the key over the right side to Mosley. 3:46 to play. Rams trail by 4, 21-17. Joey Tressler, top of the key, Mosley. Over to Reese on the right wing. Very patient, trying to get the open shot. Reese will bring it back out front. Bounce pass to Mosley. Between the circles. Takes it down towards the top of the key. Picks up the dribble. Gets it to Reese. Reese trying to look down low. Joey Tressler trying to set a pick down there. Didn't work. Now they get it back out to Mosley over on the left side. Pass comes to Tressler. That's Joey. Back out to Reese again. Over on the right side. Mosley, he'll take it into the lane. Fake. Gets it over to Reese. Reese puts up the 16-footer. No good. Tressler, though, has the rebound. He'll go in. Fakes. Gets everybody off the floor. Puts it up. Across the rim. No good. Rebound is pulled down by Tyler Beard. He'll drop it back off to Warrenfeld. Back to Beard on the right wing. He stops. Three-point shot in the air. High off the rim. No good. Rebound is tapped around. Pulled down by Harris. Harris with the outlet pass to Reese. 3-on-2 break. Joey Tressler, though, slows things up. Gets it back to Mosley. Cross court goes to Reese. Reese fakes. Gets in the lane. Back to Harris. Back out Mosley. Mosley for three. It's good. Corey Mosley gets a big three. Gets the Rams back to within one.
Good offensive patience by the Rams. A couple players had shots, but they weren't shots that they normally take. So they worked the ball, and they worked until they got the shot they wanted.
21-20. Here's a 15-foot jumper. Put up no good. High up to get the rebound is Corey Tressler. And he'll work it back up. That shot was by Warrenfeld. Mosley in the left corner gets it back out to Tressler. Over on the right side, it goes to Reese. 1:58 to play here in the first half. 21-20 Williamsport. As Mosley gets the handoff from Tressler. Rams reset the offense. Baseline to Tressler, double dribble called against Corey. Down on the baseline, that's turnover number 4 for the Rams.
And John, that was a surprise because Corey did a spin move, picked up his dribble, and then just dribbled again. I think he had forgotten he had used his dribble.
Chad Bickle back into the Wildcat lineup. And the inbound pass comes to Ian Hamilton just in the ball game, and he meets Mr. Reese. Reese knocks it loose. Hamilton gets the pass back to Ryan Lee, and Lee double dribbles, and the Rams get it back. That's turnover number 6 for the Wildcats.
And Brad Reese didn't get that turnover, but he certainly, his presence defensively forced that turnover to happen.
He caused it, that's for sure. Joey Tressler on the right wing. Gets it to Corey. He looks out to the top of the key, finds Mosley over on the left side, Joey. Joey drives baseline right around his man, puts it up, gets the basket. Nice move by Joey Tressler.
And John, one thing when Joey Tressler's in the game that he has is that offensive weapon. He's a much better scorer than some of the players he's replacing, and it gives the Rams another offensively.
And with that, Coach Mowbray wants to call timeout for a 30-second timeout and talk things over. That'll give us a chance to say tonight's game brought to you in part by the Terra Bank with locations in Oakland and Terra Alta, and also by the Garrett County Memorial Hospital, where they give quality care close to home. A game just like we thought it would be. It's up and down the court. The Rams seem to fall back. They were down 7 at one time. Come back to a tie, went down by 4, and now they're up by 1.
Well, and they're doing a good job offensively of getting the shots that they want. And the pace was a little faster early on, much more to Williamsport's liking. And the Ram defense was not adjusting well to the back cuts. Coach Mosley has made that adjustment. He said all his starters have been in and out of the game. He's talked to them about the adjustments they have to make. They're making those adjustments, and Williamsport is not getting the high percentage shots they were early on.
Beard works the pass over to Warrenfeld. He gets to the Broadwater at the foul line. Broadwater bounce pass down low, and down there all by himself is Philip Jordan. He has his first basket of the second quarter. Ram coaching staff wanted a traveling call, didn't get it. Here's Mosley now at the top of the key, goes over on the left side to Brad Reese. Reese with a couple dribbles, gets it back to Mosley. 23-22 with 43 seconds to go and a half. Corey Tressler goes down the baseline, puts it up, counts the basket, and he's fouled. Nice move by Corey right down the baseline, beat his man, and then he was fouled.
The Rams back on top by 1 with Corey a chance to give them a 2-point lead. And Corey Tressler looking to score a lot more than he has in some of the earlier games.
Foul on number 32, Philip Jordan, that's his second. And a chance for the three-point play the old-fashioned way by Corey, and it's up and it's good. Rams lead by 2 now, 25-23. 37 seconds left here in the half. Brad Reese works very hard against Warrenfeld as he brings it into the front court. Now they work it over to Lee. Lee with a couple dribbles out front, works the pass near side Whoa, Joey Tressler almost got that one. It goes to Jordan, though. Now it's knocked loose, and Joey does come up with it. He takes it into the front court, drops it off to Mosley. 15 seconds on the clock. Now 11 and 10. Rams will get the last shot. 7-6. Comes down. Three-pointer by Joey Tressler is short. No good. And with that, the ball goes up in the rafters, and they never come down. And our first half comes to an end. So a game that has just been up and down the court. The Rams lead at 25-23, but I just don't know how to describe that first half other than that, Bill.
Well, John, I think early on the Rams, as I said, they weren't adjusting to the back cuts, and Williamsport was getting the high percentage shot. They scored in bunches early on, but the Ram defense has tightened up. They've been a little more aggressive going after the rebounds, and I thought the player that really went in and changed the mindset of the rebounds was Nathan Harris, who went after the rebounds much more physically than the Rams were early on. They were, and I'm sure the Rams were out-rebounded in the first half, but at one point it was 8 for Williamsport and 1 for Southern in the rebound department. Nathan Harris went in and played very physically and tried to neutralize the 250-pound Corey Broadwater, and he did that. And then Evan Lance went back in and went after the rebounds with much more passion than they did early on.
Rams outscored the Wildcats 11-6 there in the second quarter, so consequently come up with a 25-23 lead. I want to remind everybody to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll be naming our Brownings Oakland Foodland Player of the Game and also have our post-game interview with Coach Tom Bosley. We're at halftime, 25-23 Southern. We'll be back after these messages.
John Deere knows you're patient. No fortune cookie determines your fate unless it says good things come to those who wait. You're a stickler for reliability, versatility, and financial flexibility. Well, now that you can get the John Deere 2210 compact utility tractor for low introductory payments of just $139 a month, you'll be connecting and removing more than 60 attachments faster than a kid in a candy store. With these low introductory payments, you'll be lacing up those sneakers and sprinting to your nearest John Deere dealer. No doubt you'll be first in line for that test drive. There's nothing like getting everything you want, and nothing runs like a Deere.
Offer ends 2/28/05. Subject to approved credit on John Deere Credit Revolving Plan, a service of FPC Financial FSB. Reduced payments for the first 36 months with 7.9% APR for the entire term. After the first 36 months, payments will be based on 2% of the amount financed. See dealer for details.
Test drive your new John Deere at Manor Home Center, your local John Deere dealer in Mountain Lake Park.
This is Kathy Schaefer, the proud owner of Schaefer Ford in Oakland. I'm proud of our employees because they care about our customers and each other. Did you know our sales department has a total of over 113 years of experience? And our service department has a total of over 127 years of experience. That's why people consider us to be the best dealership around. I'm also proud of our product. We now have the new 500, a four-door sedan, and Freestyle, an 8-passenger wagon, both with all-wheel drive, and of course the new Mustang. These are all in our showroom now. Come by and have a look. And last but certainly not least, I'm thankful and proud of our customers. Our old customers, our new customers, and customers yet to come. So as the proud owner of Schaefer Ford in Oakland, from all of our dealership family and my personal family, Holly Bart and I'd like to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year.
92.3 The Train.
Well, we're back at Williamsport High School, home of the Wildcats, where the Southern Rams lead those Wildcats 25-23. And Bill, what's going on in the Ram locker room right now?
Well, I'm sure Coach Mosley is pleased that he challenged them a little bit defensively, and they responded. The Rams up-tempoed their defense more in that second quarter than they did early on. Williamsport scored 17 points in the first quarter, John, and usually the Rams don't give up that many points in the first 8 minutes. But in the second quarter, they adjusted, and they only gave up 6 points. And I thought the difference was the way they adjusted to Philip Jordan. Jordan had the 8 points early on, and he did that coming off the cuts away from the basketball. The only basket Jordan got in the second quarter was when he faked that he was going to set a pick and then got open. So he caught the Rams off guard there on one possession. That was the only basket Jordan got. And the Ram defense is helping and recovering much better than they did early on. They're helping and stopping the penetration, and then they're reacting quickly to go back and play their man. And I'm sure he's pleased right now that they have battled back. They're being out-rebounded. Roger will give us the stats there in a few minutes, but in the rebounding department, they've got to get a little tougher, as they did in the second quarter, but they must continue because Williamsport's a talented team. They have a very misleading record in the fact that they're 0-3, they're certainly a team that if they gel and play a little bit tougher defense, Williamsport is as talented as any team the Rams have played this year. They don't have the same chemistry as some of the other teams, and you can see they're a team in transition right now because they don't have the same chemistry that they did last year. But they're talented. Jordan is as good off the basketball as we've seen. Corey Broadwater at 6'7", 250, a big wide body who's as good a big man as we've seen this year. So they're a talented team, and the Rams must continue to play tough defensively, and they can't give up those uncontested layups.
And speaking of good chemistry, the Southern Rams JVs tonight ran their record 6-0 on the season as they beat Williamsport 58-27. So I tell you what, the Rams are going to be coming back out. They're going to be playing right in front of us here in the second half, and hopefully they can work in some into the rebounding side of it and try to get some inside shots too. I think with Broadwater in there, that's going to be a tough job.
Well, and I don't know that Evan Lance got many good looks in the first half, and you have to credit the job that Broadwater did on him. They're tough to get shots off, and pretty much the two Coreys have carried the offensive load.
Well, we're going to take a look at our halftime stats, and our halftime stats are brought to you by Sheriff Dick Sanders and the Garrett County Sheriff's Department. Roger, that's your department.
Thanks, John. Taking a look at the statistics for the first half for Williamsport. They're in with 7 turnovers. They shot 10 of 20 from the field for an even 50%, 14 rebounds, 3 out of 4 from the charity stripe, 75%, and they committed 5 team fouls. For Southern, they're in with only 4 turnovers, taking very good care of the ball. Shot 9 of 22 from the field, including 2 3-pointers for 40%. In with only 5 rebounds, so they're almost minus 3-1 on rebounds. Free throw attempts, 5 out of 7, 71%, and 4 team fouls.
And the individual scoring on tonight's game, first of all, in the first half, I should say, for Williamsport, Tyler Beard has 6 points on the evening. David Warrenfeld with 2. Chad Bickle has 2. Philip Jordan, high man for Williamsport, with 10. And Corey Broadwater has 3. For the Southern Rams, Corey Bosley with 7. Brad Reese has 2. Coming on down the list, Joey Tressler with 4. And Corey Tressler, high man of the game, with 12. Rams lead at 25-23.
And John, you mentioned about the Southern Ram locker room. They're not back out on the court yet. If you're the coach of Williamsport, you have to be wondering, we out-rebounded team 14-5. We shoot 50% in the first half, as they did. They're only shooting 40% for the year. They shoot 10 percentage points higher in the first half from the field, and yet they find themselves trailing by 2. So I'm sure he's wondering, how in the world can we do all the things we talked about and still find ourselves trailing by 2? And I think it's because the Rams have done an excellent job of taking care of the basketball and getting the shots they want out of their offense. And that's been pretty much the difference why the Rams are on top by 2.
You know, they really have been very, very patient. They're working the ball around till they get that good shot, trying to work it in, but if it doesn't get there, they're taking time and making sure they got a real good look for the 3 or even the long two-point shot.
Well, and one of the things that Coach Mosley talks a lot about is shot selection. And I think the Rams are so well drilled in what is a good shot and what isn't a good shot. If you're Chris Miller, he does a good job defensively. He has limited range, so if he's out 14 feet from the basket, that's not a shot he hits in practice. That's not a shot he takes in the game. Brad Reese isn't one of your top options offensively, although he does a stellar job on defense. So the players know they're going to run their offense. They're going to have a lot of motion until they get the shots that they feel very comfortable with. Corey Tressler, very good job in the first half. He got the shots he wanted. Corey Bosley gets the shots they run out of their offense, and the offense is designed to get the basketball to Corey Bosley and Corey Tressler for these shots. Evan Lance down low. Then they're having a little trouble finding Evan in the offensive patterns right now. Hopefully that's one adjustment they'll make in the second half. One thing I think they'll do, John, in the first sequence in the second half is they'll run their motion offense. They will get the ball down low to Evan Lance to get him involved in that offense early.
Both teams are back on the court now. We're just over a minute away from the start of the second half. The Rams will have the basketball to do that. Give us a chance to let you know tonight's game brought to you in part by the Garrett County Memorial Hospital, where they give quality care close to home. We'll be back for the second half in just 30 seconds.
If you need go in the snow power, then see a previously owned 2004 F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT pickup at Schaefer Ford Sales. This is the one-owner, local trade-in with just 6,000 miles, has a V8 engine with automatic transmission, power equipment grouping, and a fiberglass tonneau cover. It's priced to move, too. So for go in the snow power and comfort all rolled into one, see this used F-150 Super Crew at Schaefer Ford Sales in Oakland, where vehicles cost less.
92.3, The Train.
Well, we're back at Williamsport High School, where we'll start the second half with the Rams having a 2-point lead. And the basketball, Williamsport comes out with their original starting lineup in Tyler Beard, David Warrenfeld, Philip Jordan, Ryan Lee, and the big Corey Broadwater underneath. The Rams come out with Evan Lance, Brad Reese, Corey Mosley.
The blood on his jersey, 32 is now 31.
Okay, thank you, sir. Official just come over and said 32 for the Wildcats is now 31. That's Philip Jordan. He had some blood on his jersey, had to change it. So we'll make the change. Here's a pass. I don't know how he even got that shot off. A little bit of a right-hand hook, and he put it up and in. Rams lead by 4, 27-23.
And, John, that was the flex offense that Southern ran on that sequence that Williamsport ran so effectively in the first quarter.
Over to Warrenfeld. He takes it in the lane. Ball taken away. Corey Mosley comes down the left side with it. Up the dribble, works it back out top of the key, and around to the right side now to Brad Reese. Back out to Corey Tressler near the center line. Over to the left side, Mosley. Mosley, couple of fakes, gets it inside to Lance. Lance back out to Reese. Over to the right side, Tressler. Tressler, 3-ball, off the front of the rim, will not go. Rebound, pulled down by Jordan. Philip Jordan down the right side of the lane, all the way, puts up left hand, no good, gets his own rebound. It's down, jump ball. It'll be Williamsport basketball.
And, John, good transition defense by the Rams as Corey Tressler put up a shot, and he went for his rebound. Corey Mosley went for the rebound. They were both out of position, but great hustle back by Brad Reese to negate a fast break by Williamsport.
Ball comes out to Beard. Beard works it down low. Shot put up by Jordan, no good. Rebound underneath, Corey Tressler. What's laying on the floor down there, guys? The outlet pass comes out to Mosley. Lance fakes, but before he does, he travels. He tried to get position on his defender and shuffled the feet.
And, John, that's what we talked about, getting Evan involved in the offense. Now, he didn't finish that play, but he got touches on the ball in that sequence, and that's what they have to do. A lot of times your shot selection will come from the inside out, and they must get the ball down low to Evan to get outside shots.
On the left side, they work it to Jordan. Ball, however, is headed. He bounce passes on the near side to Beard. Beard puts the shot up around the rim, won't go. Rebound tap back to Beard. Beard has the 8-footer, puts it up and in. Kept the ball alive. It got back to him. We're back to a two-point ball game. 27-25, 6:12 to play in the third. Here's a shot put up Brad Reese from 15 around the rim. Will not go. Jordan will take it down the left side. Goes around Miller, goes baseline, takes it all the way down, rolls around the rim, won't go, gets his own rebound though, puts it up, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to go against Evan Lance. That's his second.
The Rams had boxing out Philip Jordan. They did a good job making him take a bad shot, but he just went and got his own rebound and got the putback, not for the field goal, but he'll have some free throws.
Joey Tressler off the bench. He'll be coming in. This is a two-shot foul, so he'll have to wait until the first shot. Jordan puts it up, no good. His first trip to the line, and he misses it. Joey Tressler in for Chris Miller. Miller gets a seat beside Coach Mosley. Coach will do a little teaching. Jordan's second shot's no good with the left hand. Rebound by Tressler. He'll get it to Mosley. Rams back on the attack. They lead by 2, 27-25. Brad Reese on the left wing. Looks down low. Nobody open. He'll take a couple dribbles. Go back out front. to Tressler. That's Corey. Corey out near the center line. Tressler, 3-ball. Ball, however, is headed. He bounce passes on the near side to Beard. Beard puts the shot up around the rim. Won't go. Rebound tap back to Beard. Beard has the 8-footer. Puts it up and in. Works the pass over on the left side to Bosley. Bosley with a fake, gets it back to Reese. Left side to Joey Tressler. Makes it to right side. Joey looks down low, gets it to Bosley. Bosley is fouled on a reach-in by Tyler Beard. That's number 2 on him. And the second team foul here in the second half.
And John, we talked about that offensive patience. The Rams doing an excellent job that time of looking for the shots that they want.
Bosley at the foul line, gets it back to Tressler. Tressler into Corey. That pass is knocked out of bounds. And the Rams will get it back. Joey Tressler will inbound right here in front of us.
Did you ever see Bill Ewing get his hands on a basketball that he didn't shoot it there, John?
Yeah, he tried. I saw him.
Roger, I was ready.
I could tell.
He even got out of his chair. Reese gets it to Bosley, top of the key. Their three-pointer, good. Three-pointer for Corey Tressler.
And John, the extra pass by Corey Bosley. He had the 17-footer. He faked it, brought the defense to him, and then used that extra pass to get over to Corey Tressler for the three-pointer.
Rams lead by 5, 30-25. We have a timeout on the court. Coach called a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here and remind you that tonight's game brought to you in part by the Terre Bank with locations in Oakland and Terre and also by the Garrett County, Dick Sanders and the Garrett County Sheriff's Department to remind you to be cool, stay in school, and say no to drugs and alcohol. What are you doing?
What are you laughing about, John?
That's a hard one to read when your boss falls off his chair and goes up against the wall. I mean,
it's one of those true folding chairs that is not supposed to fold while you're on it.
Sheriff Sanders, we owe you another read there. That was got a little bit funny. Good. You get an 8 on that. You even got the guys over there laughing at you.
Thank you.
Wildcats have the ball back into action. Jordan gets the pass into Beard, and he'll drop it off to Warren Phelps. Over it goes to Jordan on the left wing. Tries to go baseline, gets it back out front. Shots it up from about 16. Lee round the rim, won't go. Broadwater got the rebound, put it back up. It won't go. And it goes back down. Broadwater almost got it, but Reese took it away, and he brings it into the front court. Bosley goes around everybody down the lane for the layup, missed it, and the rebound, Bosley got it back over on the left side. I don't know how he did that. He was just in the right place at the right time. Back out to Reese. Over to Joey Tressler now. Foul line extended right side. Back to Bosley. Over to Tressler. Tressler hits the three again. Corey Tressler with 2 big threes. Gives the Rams an 8-point lead, 33-25.
And John, methodically, the Rams have come from a 7-point early on deficit to an 8-point lead, and they've done it just with methodical play.
Warren Phelps takes the ball down the left side of the lane and travels. Turnover number 2 here in the second half for the Wildcats. 3:58 to go in the third quarter. Rams lead 33-25, and they have the basketball. Bosley calling the play as he walks up court, gets it to Joey Tressler on the right wing. Bounce pass, top of the key to Corey. Corey, couple dribbles, picks it up, works it to Bosley over on the left wing. He'll take it back out in the front court. 3:39 to go in the third. Corey over on the left wing. Now back, that was Joey. Now to Corey, up the top of the key. He takes it down the lane. Bounce pass to Corey Bosley. 3 ball in the air around the rim, won't go. Rebound Joey Tressler. He puts it back up, blocked by Broadwater. Knocked away by Bosley, and out with it comes Reese. Now back to Tressler, and Tressler charges in to a big target, Corey Broadwater, and Tressler has his first foul.
And that was a nice job by Broadwater to stand in and take the offensive foul, and Corey Tressler just kind of put his head down, and you knew Corey was going to power it up. Broadwater didn't try to block it, took the offensive foul.
Well, you're 6'7", 250. You don't feel too endangered standing there taking a charge, that's for sure. 3 minutes to go. Jordan on the right wing, down in the corner, bounce pass to Broadwater. Broadwater's a little short jumper is good. That's his 5th point of the night.
And John, you could say Broadwater just kind of muscled that ball in there. He just turned around and didn't really shoot it. He just kind of tossed it.
33-27. Rams lead it by 6. Reese back out to Bosley, to Lance. Over on the left wing now to Tressler. Tressler to Lance. Here's Corey Bosley down the baseline. Puts it up off the glass and in. Nice quick move by Corey Bosley down the baseline. Broadwater couldn't react.
Mosley off the basketball a lot more tonight on offense. They're looking much more for Corey to be a scorer than a distributor tonight.
Rams lead by 8. Jordan takes it into the right corner with 2:20 to play. Picks up the dribble. Works the ball. It's knocked loose. Picked up, though, by Warrenfeld. Whistle, foul. What do we have? Timeout called? Timeout called by the Wildcats. And we'll take a look and see how long that's going to be. Timeout on the court. 2:14 to go in the third. 35-27 Southern. We'll be back after this.
At Peak Rehab, they know that rehabilitation is like climbing a mountain. Challenging, tough, even discouraging. But reaching the peak of your performance is worth the work. At Peak Rehab, you'll get one-on-one care, a staff that's friendly and understanding, with cutting-edge technology and techniques. Peak Rehab offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy, physical work evaluations, vision rehab, and so much more. Call Peak Rehab today at 301-533-1010 and reach your peak performance.
92.3, The Train.
2:14 to go. Third quarter action. 35-27 Southern, and whatever they did at halftime has been working.
Well, John, and we don't want to overemphasize this point, but the Rams just do a phenomenal job of getting the shots they want from their offense. And they're very patient. When they get the shots they want, they'll take them, but they will not take bad shots, and that's one of the reasons why they stay in games against teams that are sometimes more talented than them, is they execute their offense to perfection. And that's why they turn that 7-point deficit into an 8-point lead right now.
Also, so far in the third quarter, Williamsport 2 for 9 from the field, about 20% shooting.
Yeah, only 4 points here in the third quarter. Baseline, brings it back out top. He has a 12-foot jumper across the rim, won't go. Brad Reese high up to get the rebound. He'll come back down court into the front court to Tressler on the wing, tried to lob it inside to Lance. Lance gets it back out to Mosley. Mosley takes it in, back out to Reese over on the left side. Corey Tressler comes down, puts up the shot, just short, will not go. And the rebound by Broadwater. Down court very quickly to Bickle. Bickle drives baseline, stops, 12-foot jumper across the rim. Corey Tressler with the rebound, and he hands it off to Mosley. 1:40 to play in the third. To Reese now on the right wing. He looks down low. Skip pass goes cross court to Tressler. Tressler back out to Reese. Reese, 17-foot jumper off the back of the rim, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Chad Bickle, the 6'2 sophomore. He gets it out to Warrenfeld. They try to work it inside, taken away by Joey Tressler. Back to Mosley. Turnover number 3 for the Wildcats. 1:13 to go. Mosley calls the fist in the air for the next play. Gets it to Corey Tressler on the right wing. Top of the key to Lance. Over the left side. Well, nope, he didn't throw it. He brought it back over to Reese. On the right side, back over to Joey. Joey looks at the basket, back out to Mosley. 55 seconds on the clock. He looks down low, backs off. Rams are going to hold for the last shot, I do believe.
To run their offense, but if they don't get the shots they want, if it gets down to about 20 or 25 seconds, then definitely they'll play for the last shot. It looks like they are kind of in their delay game right now.
35 seconds. This is Mosley, gets it back out Tressler. Tressler puts it up from 17 off the front of the rim. So good, but Corey Mosley come out of nowhere and got the rebound. In 23 seconds, now they'll hold for that last shot. Down to 20. Reese back to Mosley. Near the center line, sideline circle, or intersection, I should say. 10 seconds on the clock. Takes it around, kicks it over in the corner to Reese. Reese comes down, 15-foot jumper off the back of the iron, won't go. And on the rebound is Evan Lance, reaches over the top. Your shot there.
Thank you, I got it.
Yeah, were you playing soccer? You kicked it. Foul on Evan Lance, I believe. That's number 3 I have on Lance.
Good offensive execution on that sequence by the Rams because that wasn't the shot they wanted at the time they wanted it.
And not a real good foul by Evan. He should have just backed off. They only had 3 seconds to get up there. And the ball comes in, stolen by Tressler. He stops, 15-foot jumper at the buzzer, just off the back of the rim. Will not go, and with that, the third quarter comes to an end. Rams lead at 35-27. We'll be back after this.
Pharmacy has been a part of the community for many years. They're there for you when you need them, even in times of emergencies. Greg's accepts multiple prescription insurances, the Together card, and they process Medicare billing. They carry a complete line of hospital and surgical supplies, including walkers, canes, crutches, wheelchairs, tub rails, and electric hospital beds. From Band-Aids and allergy medicines to blood monitoring systems and diabetic supplies, Greg's Pharmacy has it. Good luck and go Rams from Greg's Pharmacy in Oakland.
Hi, this is Greg Shockey at Team 1 GM Auto Mall in Oakland. On behalf of the Team 1 team, I want to wish you and your family a blessed Merry Christmas. At this time, we celebrate the true meaning of Christmas, the birth of Christ. Here at Team 1, we appreciate being part of a caring community and our great country. May God bless each and every one of you and our country and our troops.
The train station.
Well, we're back for the final quarter of tonight's game. The Rams lead by 8, 35-27, and they will have the basketball to start the fourth quarter.
John, Williamsport scored 17 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter, and 4 in the third quarter. So the Rams certainly making the defensive adjustments to take away the inside layups for Williamsport and frustrating them with their defense.
So what you're saying is we need to hold them to 2 this quarter.
That would be nice.
Tressler from the top of the key, off the front of the rim, no good. Joey, though, runs the rebound down, double teamed and fouled, and it's going to go, I believe, against Warrenfeld. And if so, that is number 1. We'll have to wait till they put it up on the board. Nope, they went with Jordan, and that's 3 on Philip Jordan. Rams will have the ball on the sideline. It comes in to Mosley. He works across the timeline against Warrenfeld. Over on the left wing, it goes to Tressler. That's Joey. Joey gets it out to brother Corey. Now over to Mosley, top of the key, slightly to the left side. Brad Reese on the right wing now. Bounce pass goes over on the far side, and that is Corey Tressler. Now they work it back to Mosley. Mosley looking for the pass, finally gets to Lance. He pops out, gets Mosley out of trouble. Now it goes to Corey Tressler between the circles. Over on the right wing, comes to Mosley. Skip pass cross coach to Joey. Joey back out. It comes to Brad Reese. Down to 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Bounce pass inside. Corey Tressler fakes. Can't get the shot off. Now he drives baseline. Puts it up. Looks like he got shoved from behind, but Jordan, no call. Jordan gets the rebound. Comes down. Picks up the dribble. Gets away with the walk. And they bring it back out. A backcourt violation, though, as Warrenfeld has to run back to get it.
And John, Jordan is a slasher. He wants to get to the hole and drive. The drive was taken away by the excellent defense that time by Corey Mosley. And because of that, he had nowhere to go, and he just kind of threw the ball in the backcourt, hoping someone could run down and get it. But that forced the turnover. Another turnover by credited to the Ram defense.
Tyler Beard back into the Wildcat lineup. Here's Mosley into the lane, lobs it over on the left side, now down to Tressler. Tressler drives baseline, gets it to Corey Mosley, now back to Reese, back out to Tressler, now Mosley in the front court. Man, that ball is going everywhere. A mile a minute, the Rams are handling it very strongly and able to save the turnovers. This is Tressler. Joey picks up his dribble, gets it back to Mosley. Mosley down the right side, has it knocked loose, picks it up, lobs it back outside to Corey Tressler. Tressler takes it to the foul line, tries to work the pass inside, it's knocked away, and it's picked up by Lee. Lee drops the pass off to Warrenfeld, down in the corner now to Smith. Skip pass, cross court to Beard. Beard with the short jumper across the rim won't go. Corey Tressler back up for the rebound. He was up very high for a 6'2" player. Got the rebound.
Good verticality, but he also had good position.
Verticality? That's a good one. I like that. Mosley brings it down to baseline, puts it up, misses, and the rebound comes back down to Smith. Smith gets it to Beard. Beard down the lane, shot blocked by Lance, and the rebound by Corey Tressler. The Lance gets the block. Here's the ball inside to Lance. Lance puts this one up. No good. He's fouled by Broadwater. So Lance gets a chance to go to the free throw line.
And Evan that time had a good sequence at the defensive end where he got the rejection, hustled down to the offensive end, got a good high percentage shot, went up for the power move, and was fouled from behind by Corey Broadwater. So Evan doing it that sequence on the defensive end, and that led to the good offensive sequence.
Evan's first shot's in the air. It's good. That's his first basket of the night. gives the Rams a 9-point lead at 36-27. And now with a chance for the double-digit lead. Gets the shooter's roll. It rolled all four sides of the round basket and dropped in. 37-27, 5:22 to go in the ball game.
The largest lead of the game for the Rams.
Warrenfeld kicks it over on the left side to Jordan. Back out to Broadwater. Back out top of the key. Smith off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound tapped around. Pulled down there by Lee. He kicks it back out to Smith. Smith in the corner. They work it down inside to Broadwater. Broadwater doesn't get the shot, but he's fouled, and that might be Evan Lance's fourth. We'll see very quickly off the bench comes Nathan Harris. And it is the fourth on Evan Lance. Going to send Broadwater to the free throw line. He'll shoot two. This was the first. You know, I might not have been joking. Williamsport hasn't scored this quarter yet. We're 3 minutes into it.
Well, John, and we have to credit the Rams team defense. You don't want to single out any individuals, but as a team, they're just really frustrating the Williamsport Wildcats.
Broadwater misses them both, and we go under 5 minutes to play with the Rams with a 10-point lead. Here's Tressler, and very quickly, out goes Jordan, and that's 4 on Philip Jordan. So the Rams will have it out. That's the fourth team foul.
And I think being down 10 points with 4 minutes and 52 seconds to go, Coach Mowbray from Williamsport will leave Jordan in as best player. It's do or die right now. He's got to do something to get back into the game.
He left him in. He took Broadwater out and put Richardson in. Richardson, 6'4". Here's Reese goes down the lane. He's tripped as he goes by. And that's probably going to go on Ryan Lee, I do believe. Yes, it is. That's his first, and that's the 15th foul against the Wildcats. Reese will inbound off the baseline. Mosley, three-pointer is good. Corey Mosley from the left side, just behind the arc, gives the Rams a 13-point lead at 40-27. Whistle away, timeout call down at the far end. So 4:26 to play. The Rams have extended their lead to 13. And it'll give us just another chance to remind you that tonight's game brought to you in part by Sheriff Dick Sanders and the Garrett County Sheriff's Department, who remind you to be cool, stay in school, and say no to drugs and alcohol. Also by the Terrata Bank, with locations in Oakland and Terre Haute, and also by the Garrett County Memorial Hospital, where they give quality care close to home. Whatever adjustments you made at halftime, Coach, you did a good job.
Well, John, we joked about how Williamsport had scored 6 points in the second quarter and then dropped to 4 in the third quarter. We've played nearly half of the fourth quarter, and they have not scored. And they're really not even getting good looks. And the Ram defense is helping. So a couple times the defense broke down, but the weak side help was there to negate the advantage that Williamsport had. Evan Lance one time rotated down and got the rejection. Joey Tressler helped one time to stop Jordan on the drive. Corey Mosley stopped the drive one time coming over from the weak side help. So the team defense that Coach Mosley probably plays as well as anybody, certainly in our area, perhaps even across the state of Maryland, that the team defense that Southern plays just doing a great job here in the second half.
Williamsport's ball, they work it into Jordan, who's in the game with 4 fouls. He'll drop it off to Beard, and Beard hands it to Warrenfeld. He'll try to take it into the line. He trips over the the center line. He's called for traveling. 6 turnover. Again, that defense, the pressure was there, and he just tried to shuffle his feet and went to the ground. Mosley gets the inbound pass. He brings it into the front court against Beard, picks up the dribble, works it to Reese, over on the left side to Tressler. That's Joey. Joey with the basketball, takes it to the foul line, kicks it back out top of the key, goes to Harris. Harris now to Tressler, now back out to Reese, over on the left side to Joey Tressler. He has a wide open drive to the basket, puts it up with the left hand. What a move by Joey Tressler.
The right side was taken off, so Joey switched the ball over to his left hand, kissed it off the board, put it up, and put it in.
42-27. Rams lead it. 3:40 to play in the ball game. This is Jordan. Jordan has the ball taken away by Mosley. Mosley went down and slid, so it'll be turned over back to the Wildcats.
And John, we mentioned Joey Tressler just emerging each game as an offensive weapon, certainly taking some of the pressure off his brother Corey, as well as Corey Bosley, opening up better shots for them by putting another offensive player in the game.
Beard works the pass inbounds, gets it into Warrenfeld. Now over in the right corner, back to Beard. Picks up his dribble, back out front. Ball comes to Jordan. Jordan looking for the pass, gets it to Beard. They lob it inside to Broadwater. Broadwater pushes off, gets the pass, gets the basket, but he's fouled.
And Coach Bosley noticing the same thing. Broadwater doesn't have to push off very much because he's so big, but he did push off that time and did get away with it.
Joey Tressler called for his first. That's the 15th foul. Both teams with 5 team fouls. Waiting to come into the ball game is Adam Richardson, the 6'4 senior. He'll replace Broadwater after this shot. Broadwater puts it up and in. You should never do that. If you make it, you know you're going to go out right away. So anyway, he goes over and sets down.
And John, we mentioned about the emergence of Joey Tressler as an offensive player. His brother Corey, the leading scorer tonight, but also the oldest brother here watching the game as well, Dennis Tressler from Hood College.
Good to see Dennis here tonight. I saw him at the game the other night too. Well, there's a little push off we got away with. Over to Joey Tressler, fake. Joey puts it up. Oh, rolls it around the rim. It will not fall, but he's fouled.
John, that ball seemed suspended for about 1 second where it literally just stayed on the rim. You didn't know whether it was going to fall in or fall out. It did fall out, and Corey Tressler, or Joey Tressler, will have to get these from the free throw line.
Boy, nice move again by Joey, and he's gaining some confidence. He misses the free throw, but that was a nice move against the much taller Richardson. And he's going out right away. Broadwater will come back in. 3:03 to go on the clock. 42-30, Rams by 12. And Joey Tressler, with his attempt to make it 13, is no good. Here it comes down to Jordan, but right there is Reese to steal it away, knocks it loose. Broadwater comes down with it, and jump ball. It'll be Williamsport basketball.
Good hustle by both teams there as the ball was loose. Corey Broadwater dove on it, as well as Nathan Harris.
Pretty nice show of sportsmanship. Took 3 Rams to help Broadwater off the floor. He's so big.
But they got him playing football, John.
Yeah, he should. Smith works the ball over to Warrenfeld. Back to Smith on the right wing. Inside, they try to drop it down to Broadwater. That ball's on the floor. Jump ball. It'll be Southern basketball. Here comes Evan Lance back in. Thought I had a collision on our bench over there. Don't know what was going on. Harris will come out. Lance will come in. Also some changes for Williamsport. Defensive changes, I guess, and offensive changes for the Rams. Full court pressure by the Wildcats. And the ball comes in to Bosley. He'll be triple team, but he lobs it down court all by himself. Brad reaches for the layup. It's good. That's the way you break that pressure.
And the Rams have stretched that lead to their biggest margin of the night, 44-30.
2.5 minutes to go. Beard lobs it inside to Hamilton, and they call the blocking foul against Joey Tressler. That's his second.
And John, that was a good call because he didn't give the taller player the opportunity to come down. He kind of knew it's a great attempt by Joey Tressler to try to draw that offensive foul from the weak side, but he just didn't give the player a chance to come down.
A timeout by the Rams. And we'll see. The coach called the timeout. It's only a 30 seconds, so we'll have you stay here. Stay tuned for our post-game shows. We'll pick our Brownings Open Foodland Player of the Game and also our interview with Coach Tom Bosley. As if things hold the way they are now, he's going 5-1 on the season. A nice 5-game win streak going into the break.
It really is, John. And getting back to the Brownings Open Foodland Player of the Game, my golly, there's a lot of players you could pick tonight. If we gave a team award, it would certainly go to the team defense that they executed so well tonight. But Corey Tressler's continuing to emerge each game as an offensive, perhaps the top offensive player in the Cumberland area. Corey Bosley with a great floor game. Nathan Harris doing a great job tonight, not doing much statistically, but doing a good job in changing the tempo of the game with his aggressiveness.
You know what I liked about Corey Bosley tonight, what I thought he added was he was everywhere. He was flying through the air, getting rebounds, and, provided a spark to keep Southern.
Jordan inbounds, off the baseline, gets the pass into Smith. Smith works against Mosley, has to pick up the dribble, works it over on the left side to Lee, skip pass, cross court to Jordan, down the baseline, 8-foot jumper, no good. Corey Tressler has the rebound, and Mr. Jordan has a seat. He just committed his 5th personal.
And it was good defense by Corey, which stopped the drive. He took away the baseline. Jordan wanted to go in for the layup. When he didn't have it, he kind of stopped, took about a 12-footer. It was short, and Corey Tressler with a good box out forced Jordan to come over the back, and when Jordan went over the back, he caught the foul. That's his 5th personal.
Hill foul out of the game with 2:14 to go. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points on the night. No points in the second half.
And 8 of those 10 points were very early in the contest.
Tressler will be at the free throw line for the 1-on-1. I have him with 12, 14, 20 points on the night.
And John, when we're talking about the player of the game as well, another player who just, I think, has had his best game as a varsity player is Joey Tressler.
I do too. I'm really impressed with Joey tonight. I agree with that. Corey makes the first and the second. And the Rams lead by 16 now, 46 to 30. Very quickly down court. Bickle, and Bickle takes a couple of extra steps, and he's called for traveling. That's turnover number 8 here in the second half for the Wildcats. He only took 2 extra steps. That ought to be bad.
Well, the referee may have let that first one go, but when he took that extra step, he had to call it.
Go ahead, John. I was just going to say, pretty amazing. Williamsport scored 17 points in the first quarter. They've been held to 7.
Oh, what a play by Corey Mosley. Let's back you up here a little bit. It was a full court pressure. Corey Tressler threw the ball the length of the court. Corey Mosley couldn't run it down. He caught the ball in the air right here beside of us, and in the air called timeout to save the ball.
And John, it was either that or commit a turnover because Corey had to take a step from just on the other side of being on court, jumped, caught it in midair and called timeout. If he would have come down, it would have been a turnover. So a very heads-up play by Corey Mosley.
That was as first-hand as you could see it because he was calling time, and he was like 3 feet beside of us here. So just a great, as you said, a great heads-up play by a very intelligent individual. He really played a nice play. Joey Tressler is going to inbound right in front of us with 2:08 to go. Rams lead at 46 to 30. And he gets it into Dennis, to Corey. Corey to Mosley. Mosley with a couple of dribbles, takes it out top of the key, drops it back to Joey Tressler. He'll take a couple of dribbles, looks down the right side of the lane, can't get the shot. Back out it comes to Corey Tressler. Corey with the basketball, down to 150. Couple of dribbles, they're calling for 4. Is that the 4-corner offense? Yes, it is. Over it comes to Reese. Reese takes it in. Drop pass over to Lance. Lance has the basket and the foul.
And John, they got exactly out of the 4-corner offense what they wanted. It's not a delay game. What they're doing is they're spreading the floor, forcing Williamsport to come out. When they did, Brad Reese got the penetration, dumped it down low to Evan Lance because I know Coach Rosie is trying to get Evan more involved in the offense. Evan with a nice power move, a chance to complete the traditional 3-point play.
And 1:40 to go in the ball game. Rams lead at 48 to 30. Evan with a chance for the 3-pointer. In the air, all net. It is good.
And a couple of subs entering the game here for the Rams. Nick Gregg making his initial appearance tonight and reporting back in Nathan Harris. And now replacing Corey Mosley. Brett DeWitt is going to come in, probably replacing Corey Tressler. So we've got 5 reserves in the game right now for Southern.
And 5 pretty good ones, too, by the way. Here's Warren Phelps as he takes it down the right side of the lane. Skip pass near side to Smith for 3. Misses everything. Broadwater has the rebound. Kicks it back out. Shot put up for 3 by Beard is no good. Rebound battle for Joey Tressler comes down with it. He's fouled. That'll go against Matt Smith. That's his first, and Tressler will shoot 1-1. So Joey goes back to the line.
And John, one thing about the 5 players on the floor right now, 4 of them played in the first half. So Coach Rosie likes to get his players in early, and I'm sure he thought it was going to be closer in the 4th quarter than this 19-point lead right now. So he wanted to keep his starters fresh so they were ready to go in that 4th quarter. But methodically, the defense just pulled it away.
Joey missed it. He's 0 for 3 at the line there tonight. 1:19 to play. Back over it goes on the right side to Smith. Back near side to Beard. Beard for three, no good. The ball goes up over the backboard, out of bounds. Ram basketball. Here comes Eric Glamble into the lineup for the Rams.
John, Williamsport has shot 3 for 19 from the field in the second half.
Wow.
Good defense or poor shooting combination.
I tell you what, we keep saying it's poor shooting, but you got to say it's good defense. It just happens game after game after game. Lamble inbound, he gets the ball into Greg. Greg with 1:10 to play. Tries to work against the double team, gets it into the front court. It's over to Heinball. Heinball gets the pass to Harris. Harris back to Heinball. Now it goes to Blamble over on the left side to DeWitt. He's swinging around the top of the key. Blamble takes it down, has a wide open shot, fakes, puts it high off the glass. It goes over the backboard and out of bounds.
A good drive by Eric Blamble, and he saw the long arms there from number 44, Adam Richardson, and tried to arc it a little more than he needed to.
They work the ball over on the right side to Kyle Lewis in the ball game. Now back out front it comes to Swigert. All the subs are playing now. Over it goes left side to Hamilton. Hamilton in the corner, ball stolen away. Here comes Jimmy Heinball, coast to coast. For the layup, rolls it around the rim, will not go. Rebound by Ian Hamilton. Takes it back up, stops, 3 ball in the air, short, missed everything. Rebound is pulled down by Richardson. He puts it back up, no good. And back court again comes Heinball. Heinball picks it up, works it down in the corner to Greg. Greg underneath. And there for the layup is Brett DeWitt. He gets his first basket of the night.
Good pass by Nick Gregg. Good finish by Brett DeWitt. Good ending to the pre-Christmas schedule for the Southern Rams. Take away, John, that Bishop Walsh game, and I'd love to be playing that game again right now with the way the Ram team has improved and the confidence they have found, because early on, the Bishop Walsh, perhaps along with Allegheny, perhaps the 2 best teams in the Cumberland area, but the Rams did a great job of coming back against BW in the second half and nearly won the game in what was Southern's first game, Bishop Walsh's 3rd or 4th game. So the Rams have got better and better each game, and I know they're already looking forward to that rematch with Bishop Walsh. But this team just keeps getting better and better, and the team defense is excellent, and they're finding their roles better. It's just really developing and emerging as a power, as it always is.
But Evan, we've seen over the years, that's a typical Tom Bosley team. Every game you can see somebody or the whole team just gets better and better all the time. I was really impressed tonight with Joey Tressler. I thought he's kind of, if they're looking for a 5th man, and he works a little harder on defense, he may have made it tonight. As far as, but I'm an announcer, who knows? But.
Well, and Joey certainly gives them that offensive weapon, but the other player that's getting better and better each game is Nathan Harris, who gives them that defensive presence and that the physical play that at times the Rams were lacking early on tonight. If you have found one weakness in tonight's game, it could be early on they were not very physical rebounding, and they did not jump to the ball very well, and they gave up some easy shots. After a couple adjustments by Coach Bosley, the defense was superb.
Well, we're in our post-game show from Williamsport High School. The Rams win at 51-30. We'll be back with more post-game after these messages.
At John Deere dealers, humble people are test driving the all-new 4020 Series compact utility tractor. They're sliding into its deluxe high-back seat, they're turning the key, and they're starting to feel pretty darn confident. Because once they feel that staggering surge of power rush beneath them, any lingering doubt is replaced with a big old can of can-do. Riding high and mighty atop the all-new 4020 Series, their self-reliance skyrockets as they experience the beefed-up horsepower and added torque of its turbocharged engine. Yes, the all-new 4020 Series can make you feel all-powerful. And yes, it can be yours for 0 interest for 2 whole years. So take a test drive today, because nothing runs like a Deere.
Offer ends 2/28/05. Up to 20% down payment may be required, subject to approved credit on John Deere Credit Installment Plan. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details and other financing options.
See the 4020 Series at Manor Home Center, your local John Deere dealer in Mountain Lake Park.
Kathy Schaefer, you know, the proud owner of Schaefer Ford in Oakland. I'm proud of our employees because they care about our customers and each other. Did you know our sales department has a total of over 113 years of experience? And our service department has a total of over 127 years of experience. That's why people consider us to be the best dealership around. I'm also proud of our product. We now have the new 500, a four-door sedan, and Freestyle, an 8-passenger wagon, both with all-wheel drive, and of course the new Mustang. These are all in our showroom now. Come by and have a look. And last but certainly not least, I'm thankful and proud of our customers. Our old customers, our new customers, and customers yet to come. So as the proud owner of Schaefer Ford in Oakland, from all of our dealership family and my personal family, Holly, Bart, and I'd like to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year.
92.3 The Train.
Well, we're back at Williamsport High School where the Southern Rams have just run their record to 5-1 on the season with a 51-30 victory over the Williamsport Wildcats, who go 0-4 on the season. And joining us here is Coach Tom Bosley, and Coach, just an excellent effort. Started out the first half, you were down 17-14. After that, you pretty much took over and had the 2-point lead at half, and from then on, it was history.
I wasn't real happy at the end of the first quarter. I thought it was deja vu. Last year, we came out and gave them on how many points first quarter. Did the same thing today in the first quarter. I wasn't real happy at all. It happened because the very things we worked against to prepare is what they did to break us down. So that's not good coaching. That's not good execution of what we had in play. But that changed shortly after a huddle over there at the first quarter. We gave up, I think, 6 in the second quarter.
7 points in the second half.
Yeah, and I knew then that we were on task again. Early, they hurt us on the boards. They kept getting offensive rebounds. They weren't successful in putting them back, but they really got after them. And they were doing it on their aggression, our lax effort in getting bodies on people and boxing out. I was really frustrated early, but we settled in and played extremely hard. I thought we started out playing hard. I thought we started out playing foolish. I didn't think we did what we were supposed to do. I don't know if you think as a kid that it's going to be easy, therefore you don't have to follow rules and defensive rules and pay attention to those little things. But you can bet at halftime, the little things got addressed. In the second half, we come out a whole lot better.
Coach, I thought one of the things that the Rams did so well tonight, as they pretty much do every game, is shot selection. And I thought that was one of the differences in the game. At times, Williamsport was so frustrated by the Ram defense, they were just putting up shots because they were frustrated. And yet on every offensive sequence the Rams had, you pretty much got the looks you wanted.
Yeah, we did. We got it inside more tonight at times. We played a lot of that ball game without Evan again with foul trouble. But and we were very good about selecting when and who should shoot the ball because our kids are unselfish. They don't care who shoots it as long as we shoot it, as long as we have a chance to make it. They're very unselfish. It's a nice trait for this team. I think we're on a 5-game winning streak, so I'm happy about that. They're happy because that winning breeds winning. You find a way to win when you win. You know, when you lose a lot of games, you find a way to lose. That's Coach Mowbray, who's working his end off there for them. They're snake bitten. They've lost 3 or 4 in a row now because they haven't experienced winning yet, and they're not sure how to do it. And they've lost 2 close ones coming into this one, and they just don't know how. But we're learning how to win, and we're winning in different ways, against zones, against man, with pressure, with teams that are trapping us. So you got to be able to play at all speeds. That's one thing I like about the way we run our offense. You've got to play at all speeds. You got to be able to play fast. You got to be able to play slow. You got to be able to dictate tempo. I think we do that very well. A lot of people say, well, Coach, you're only scoring 50 points. How exciting can that be? Well, you know, I'd rather have the excitement of winning than scoring 60 and losing. So I'm not into the point total, I'm into the execution. And as long as we continue to do that, we have a chance.
Coach, you had your normal great games out of Corey Bosley and Corey Tressler and Brad Reese, all those guys. But I thought tonight, and this is only from this side of the court and all that, but I thought tonight Joey Tressler really took a big step forward and really played a nice ball game.
I stopped Joey as he came out there at the end when we substituted and cleared the bench to explain to him that the thing Joey needs to understand is he can do that every night. He can do that every day in practice. He's just so happy-go-lucky and funny and having a good time every day that sometimes he just doesn't tie the shoes on tight enough to be serious in terms of what we're trying to learn. And then all of a sudden my little scatterbrained buddy doesn't know what's happening in practice. So the carryover to a game is I'm not rewarding him until he's on task like all other kids, even though he may have more ability. let's face it, in the end result, we've got 3 kids we've talked about can play that one spot. Miller, DeWitt, Joey Tressler. The best basketball player is Joey Tressler. The best defender is Miller and DeWitt. The best all-around shooter, obviously, is Joey Tressler. So we have a nice little mix there, nice thing going, and we're not going to penalize a senior like Miller, who gives us everything he has every day. We're going to work with Brett DeWitt, find out which of those 2 are hot, because Corey Tressler can swing and be at off guard. He can swing and be that wing when his brother's in foul trouble, and it's not who starts the game, it's who finishes the game. And the good thing about our kids, they have that in perspective.
Coach, you have to be pleased tonight with the way the Rams valued the basketball. They took care of it very effectively. You only committed 6 turnovers in the game compared to 16 for Williamsport. And I thought the spacing was so good on offense that there was always an open man that you didn't have to worry about forcing anything because the spacing was so good.
Yeah, we work on spacing every day. That's a tribute to those coaches that sit beside me and do most of the teaching, most of the work over there, that have that understanding. That's how we execute. When we get an opportunity to be overplayed, we'll go backdoor immediately. That's okay. A lot of teams do that, but it's that guy that sprints and replaces and gets there in a hurry while that defender's helping on a back cut that makes your spacing work. That's no different than any level. That's no different here than it should be at younger levels or at the older levels. So we work hard on that. That's an everyday. That's not just once in a while. We've had 23 practices. It's probably a third of the way through our season already in terms of numbers of practice. And for 23 practices, we worked on spacing without question. So that's a good observation, Bill. That's one thing that helps us in the turnover category. It's important you value that ball. We didn't value the ball the last couple of ball games as well as I thought we should have. Our goal tonight was under 10. I'm sure you said 6 unofficially. I'd say that's probably pretty official since you kept it, huh? But I'd say we're under 10. I'm happy with that.
It's a wild guess, Roger kept it.
That makes it official.
Coach, from a programmatic point of view, you have to be very pleased with where the Rams are. The JV, excellent game again tonight. They're 6-0, pretty much dominating games. The freshman team 4-0, the varsity 5-1. Right now, the program is at a 15-1 record.
I think the one thing that is happening is because we do the same thing at all levels, our execution is learned all the way through, and younger kids are coming to us with that understanding because of the coaching we have in our feeder system. Our service club league is teaching the same things we're trying to do at this level. That's really showing up and helping us. Our 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade coaches are doing a great job in helping us. And then you get to the 9th grade level, we're very well coached. You get to the JV level, very well coached. And in spite of me at the varsity level, we're pretty well coached. So I think that's a lot of it. We're organized. We're coached hard every day. We don't take minutes off. We don't shoot half-court shots. We don't shoot threes unless you're allowed to shoot threes. I have had to tell them they can shoot a 3 or they can't practice a 3. A lot of people think that doesn't make sense. You know what? As long as we're executing and doing the things we're doing and we're 15-1 at Christmas, I'm the happiest guy in the world right now.
Well, Coach, this one pretty well in the books. You move on Tuesday and Wednesday night to absolutely the premier Christmas tournament in the whole area. And you got some real talent coming to town.
Should be fun. If you're a basketball junkie at all, you need to come to that tournament. We're going to open with Linganore in the second game on the first night. That opening game was St. John's Prospect Hall, although I understand their big kid left. Bill, you probably know, I think the 6'10 kid's gone.
Sammy Baldwin.
He's no longer there, I understand. So whatever happens in those private schools, I'm not sure. But how that works, I'm not even sure where he went. Doesn't matter to me. We brought them in because of him in a lot of ways. I wanted our fans and our people to see that kind of talent, what it takes to get to the next level. And, you know, we've got coaches here tonight, college coaches scouting some of our kids. I think we have 2 college players that are seniors, no question. Both Corys can play in college somewhere, somehow, some way. I just know that McDonough is the best team in our tournament. We hope to upset Linganore, who's the defending champion. They played in the 3A semifinals a year ago. McDonough played in the other bracket, the 3A semifinals a year ago. They bring the most returning players of those 2 teams. You know how good McDonough is, Bill. Their center, 6'6", 6'7", was visiting Nebraska on a football visit while they lost their only loss at that time, and I'm not sure what their record is now.
They've lost one time. They're 4-1, but perhaps the surprise team in the tournament, the only undefeated team, Linganore.
Thanks for the good information. I know they beat Brunswick by 10. We sent our scouts to see them, so we have a chance to get that information. But I'll be honest with you, other than seeing that in the paper and looking at records and things by media, I don't even know. I was only worried about I was scared to death about Williamsport. And I think they have a great coach. I think he works his rear end off. He's new this year, Scott Mowbray. He's new to the program this year, and certainly not new to coaching. He helped Kogi Robertson at St. Maria Grady last several years. He brought a Clear Spring team to us several years ago, or before that, in the mid-'90s, and he does a very good job. He just has taken over in a situation where a couple, 3 kids returning, not a lot of depth, not a lot of numbers. I think we wore him down. As the night went on, I thought we wore down Philip Jordan. I thought we wore out Warren Phelps, who didn't get a lot of looks. Our goal was to not let him get on track. I thought we did that. I thought Beard played really well for a junior point guard, but hit a couple shots. But I think all in all, we did a pretty good job on him as well. So I'm not looking ahead, but you know what? I can't wait to get home. It's time to just kick back and relax for about how many hours between tomorrow morning and 9 o'clock we practice?
Will you practice on Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We can't take 3 off. We have
about 12, 15 hours.
We'll condition tomorrow morning. Pretty long, pretty hard. What happens is in a 32-minute game, kids can't get tired. We're too conditioned for that. We practice 2.5 hours the same way as we play that game. So we got to make sure we don't lose that with us.